Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have the Breast Cancer Awareness Duo that's available now from Colores de Carol. I will link her storefront as well as social media down below. These were sent to me for review and these will retail for about $11 a piece. I also have a really quick nail art in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month that I'll show you a really simple tutorial for. So I'll go ahead and start with the swatches. First up is Esperanza, and this is described as a sparkly baby pink corally base with pink and red glitters. Some of those do have kind of a hollow shine to them, and they are all in different shapes. There's squares, there's circles, there's a micro fun, micro glitters, really gorgeous corally. I'll show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Esperanza swatched on my natural nail. So here is one easy coat. This is a corally, which means it's going to have a little bit more of a milky, not as opaque base to help all those glitters shine through. One coat I had great coverage with. It's very creamy, really easy to do. The more you manipulate it, the more it's going to kind of maneuver those glitters exactly where you want them. So I'm going to let this dry and then come back in for another coat. So here is a quick second coat. You can see where all of those larger glitters are. This may be a little bit more textured. You want a nice thick top coat to make it a little bit more cohesive. So I did do a nice thick second coat, but this is going to be completely opaque for me. If you want to do thinner coats, you may need 3. I really love how those hot pink matte glitters pop in this look. Really pretty. Here's a look at the completed mani before top coat. Here's a view from another angle and direct sunlight with top coat, so those glitters aren't going to be super shiny, just really subtle. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. This one also looks amazing matte. The other polish in this duo is Resilience, and this is described as a mauve pink hollow with rose gold micro flakes and iridescent micro glitter. So this is not just a straight linear hollow polish, it does have some shimmer in there and some glow. The linear hollow effect in this polish is really strong though. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how Resilient swatched on my natural nail. So here is one easy coat. This polish goes on really smoothly. It is a little bit sheer though. Great coverage, no pooling. It's not too thick or too thin. Went on nice and easy. I am going to let this dry and come back in for one more coat. So here is a quick second coat. I am going to do a nice thick second coat, and this is going to bring this one completely opaque for me. It is a little bit shimmery, but it didn't get very brush strokey on me, maybe just a tiny bit, so you may want to be mindful of that. Self-leveled really well and has excellent coverage. The shimmer in this polish is also super strong. Here's a look at the completed mani before top coat. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle in direct sunlight. So that wraps up my swatch and review of the Breast Cancer Awareness Duo. I will link Colores de Carol's storefront and social media down below. I do have more photos available on my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com, or you can find me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. Now I'll start my really quick walkthrough for a simple breast cancer awareness mani. I started with a base of Esperanza across all of my nails at 2 coats. Here you can see it what it looks like with a matte top coat. I'm absolutely in love with that. I'm going to take some Tux Polish Pure, which is just a plain white cream polish, and I'm going to freehand a little awareness ribbon. If you have a stamp, I think that would be amazing. You could just stamp it and be done. I don't, so I kind of had to freehand it here. And I'm doing this because Resilience is a little bit on the more sheer side, and because it's going to be a pink over a pink, I want it to be able to pop. A white base is going to help it stand out just a little bit more. So once that was completely dry, I'm going to go in with Resilience and a small detail brush and just fill it in almost like a coloring page. So just to get it nice and opaque. If you're noticing that your polish is getting a little bit sticky, if you're doing freehand with polish, you can just let it dry and then come back in later with a fresh drop and kind of keep filling it in. So once that was completely dry, I'm going to come back in with top coat to seal it all in and protect it. And this is on my ring nail. So next for my middle nail, I wanted to do some stripes. I'm using these nail vinyls. I'm not sure where I got these from, but I know a variety of companies make these straight line vinyls. I'm going to peel them up with my tweezers. And I did place these in the back of my hand to kind of absorb the major stickiness. That way it doesn't pull up your base color. Next, I'm going to position them on my nail. I had to do a ton of repositioning. That's no problem at all. These worked really well. I'm going to go all the way down until I fill up my entire nail. Once I have those all done, I'm going to go in with the Brazilians and paint that right over the vinyls. You could also use a makeup sponge to sponge it on. That way you don't kind of have to deal with it piling up around the vinyls as much. So I'm going to do my best to get this opaque without piling it on. That way it doesn't flood when I lift up the nail vinyls. I had to do a little bit of side-to-side polishing. So it's really important, the next step is to remove the vinyls before the polish dries. That way you get nice crisp lines. I did have to go in with a detail brush and kind of fix my lines a little bit there. Not a big deal at all, much better than I would have been able to do freehanding lines. So next, again, I'm just going to add some top coat to protect it and seal it all in and make it nice one cohesive layer. So here's a look at the completed mani with top coat under artificial lighting. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight. And this is my final swatch photo at an angle in direct sunlight. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.